Next is the I told the age and the sex or the gender and the composition of the families, whatever it has been collected. So that will give the various age group and the different the number of the male and the female and the composition of the family, their background, the size of the family, and the how many number of the people in the family, they own the vehicle. mm. So that and the composition of the family, whether they are what is the number of the trips which has been carried away from one point to another point. So what is the uh, duration they will travel, what is the time usually they will travel, the time of the traveling will also be taken into account. So this will all will give the exact mm, that will give the exact information about the economical activities of an individual family. So that's why that is the one of the most important factors of the important factors for the consideration for the inventory of the economical activities. So this collection age, gender, and composition of the family, this is the for collecting this data. This home type of an interview is the survey which has been used to carrying the all this data. These and the employment statistics. So this employment statistics, usually either the person or male or female, whatever they either they're employed or not, whether still they are the students or not, that will be found out by the home based interview only. In home interview, in the surveying, so these employment statistics will be data will be collected. So by in this this is the one of the most reliable data. So for every years when the survey will be conducted, so that will give the amount of the people, whether the as the employment or the person or the income is get increased or employment get increases, the number of the people moving in the especially in the peak hours will be increased. So economical activities also be get increased. So to decide all those things, so employment statistics is very one of the important parameter, whether the any place or any land or any zone, whether the economically whether they have been developed or not, whether still they are in the uh, under economical activities or not, that will be checked by this economical statistics. So next is the housing statistics. So these housing statistic that will every year, for every 5 years or 10 years, it will the number of the houses will be keep on increasing. So apart from that increasing the number of houses, their family, the style of the living style of the living standards of the people will also be get increased. So by checking the number of houses per each zone, each subzone, so whether the networks from one point to another point from zones, so subzones are from internal zones connecting from a road from zone to one zone to another zone, or from one point to another point of the same subzones. So that can also be planned by using the housing statistics. From one area to another area, what are the number of the roads, where to where, how the network has to be connected. That will give the proper idea for the housing statistics if the data will be collected. So next is income. So income, as the employment get increases, the income of the person or income of the family get increases, the as the living standard living get increases, the number of the private owned vehicle will also get increases. So that increases the traffic volume in the road. So as the number of the vehicle get increases, the dependency upon the public transportation will get decreases. So that will give the better idea to provide the what type of the public transportation should be provided for the public, or what how much to provide. To decide all this, this the income of the family, or the person, or private vehicle ownership or vehicle ownership. So that will give the proper idea. So this population, whatever the data which has been collected, so that is being, yeah, that is being usually taken into account for the future trip development, or the future transportation requirement, or current situation. So all this, the data, whatever it has been taken, survey, whatever it has been estimated, so that is also be considered. See this population, whatever the maps which has been indicated, the density of the school enrollment, institutional populations, or the sociological factors. With this, facilitate the presentation of the result, and the better understanding of the travel pattern. So here, the whatever the there is a some, even though you consider if there is a population, or whatever the data which is being collected, there is a population of 50,000 means, so there is maybe chances of moving from one person from one region to another region, or they may increase or they may decrease. So in order to avoid any such situation, an expansion, there is some expansion will be made for the whatever the data will be collected. So in order to devise the exact travel characteristics of the whole population from the data driven, so this sample certain expansion factor can be used. So that home interview survey, the expansion factor of the which has been calculated on the zonal basis, that is given by the expansion factor a minus a divided by b into c plus c by b into d, that is whole term divided by b minus c minus d. So what is this a, b, c, d will let me know. The a is the total number of the address in the original list. B is total number of the address selected as the original samples. C is the number of the sample addresses are ineligible. So D is the number of the sample which is been addressed where there is a no response is been obtained. So similar, some other expansions can also be used for the commercial vehicle survey on the basis of the area wise basis. So this is how the expansion factors or expansion of the data which is collected from the various survey will be carried away. This is only a expansion factor for home based interview or home interview surveying. Okay, so like others, other type of the interviews, there you can use for the other type of the expansion factor for the analysis of the various data or various type of the survey.